Faheem Rasheed Najm, better known by his stage name T-Pain, is an American singer-songwriter, rapper, record producer, and actor. His debut album, Rappa Ternt Sanga, was released in 2005. In 2007, T-Pain released his second studio album Epiphany, which reached #1 on the Billboard 200. His third studio album, Thr33 Ringz, was released in 2008. T-Pain has earned 2 Grammy Awards alongside artists Kanye West and Jamie Foxx. T-Pain is the founder of the record label Nappy Boy Entertainment, established in 2005. Throughout his career as a singer, T-Pain is known for using and popularizing the auto-tune pitch correction effect. From 2006 to 2010, T-Pain was featured on more than 50 chart-topping singles. His most successful feature to date was in Flo Rida's debut single Low, which has since been certified 6x Platinum. Early life: Najm was born in Tallahassee, Florida on September 30, 1985, where he also grew up. His stage name is short for Tallahassee Pain, and was chosen because of the hardships he experienced while living there. Najm was brought up in a Muslim household, but has expressed his disinterest in the concept of religion. At just 3 years old he got his first taste of the music business. A friend of the family, gospel jazz artist-producer Ben Tankard, allowed him to hang out and twist the knobs at his recording studio. At age 10, Najm turned his bedroom into a music studio, using a keyboard, a beat machine and a 4-track recorder. Career: 2004 – 2006, early career and Rappa Ternt Sanga. T-Pain joined the rap group Nappy Heads in 2004 and later recorded I'm Fucked Up, a cover version of Akon's single Locked Up. Recording artist Akon heard the song and immediately signed T-Pain to Convict Music, his label. After being discovered, T-Pain began singing instead of rapping. T-Pain subsequently recorded and released his debut album, Rappa Ternt Sanga, on December 6, 2005. The album reached #33 on the Billboard 200, and has since been certified gold by the RIAA, for reaching sales of 500,000 units. The album was preceded by the lead single, I'm Sprung, which was released in August 2005 and reached #8 on the Billboard Hot 100 and #9 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. The second single, I'm En Louvre, featuring Mike Jones, was released in December 2005 and reached #5 on the Hot 100 and #10 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. The third and final single from the album, Studio Louvre, was released in October 2006 but failed to chart. 2007 – 2008, Epiphany. In mid-2006, T-Pain began work on his second album, now with a Zombie label group as well as Convict Music and Jive Records. The album, titled Epiphany, was released on June 5, 2007. The album sold 171,000 records in its first week, reaching #1 on the Billboard 200. The record has since sold 819,000 records in the United States. The album was preceded by the lead single Buy You a Drank featuring Young Jock in February 2007. The single reached #1 on both the Hot 100 and Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart, becoming his first single to top charts. The album's second single, Bartender, featuring Akon, was released in June 2007 and reached #5 on the Hot 100 and #9 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. The third and final single from the album, Church, was released in October 2007 but failed to chart in the United States. Speaking in May 2007 to noted UK R&B writer Pete Lewis, of the award-winning blues and soul about his reason for naming his second album Epiphany, T-Pain stated, "One of the 2 dictionary meanings of epiphany is a sudden moment of insight or revelation. And to me the title Epiphany signifies the moment I realized that, to make the best music I can, I needed to just go in the studio and be myself, and not concentrate so hard on following other people's formulas." While promoting his second album, T-Pain made guest appearances on multiple songs by other artists. T-Pain was featured on I'm a Flirt by R. Kelly with T.I., Out of My System by Bow Wow, Baby Don't Go by Fabolous, I'm So Hood by DJ Khaled with many other rappers, Shouty by Plies, Kiss Kiss by Chris Brown, Low by Flo Rida, and Good Life by Kanye West. In 2 weeks in late 2007, T-Pain was featured on 4 top 10 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Good Life with Kanye West later won the BET Award for Best Collaboration and was nominated in several other categories. In 2008, the single won a Grammy Award for Best Rap Song, 2007 a Euro 2009, Thr33 Ringz. In 2007, T-Pain began work on his third album with Rocco Valls, Akon and Lil Wayne. The album was also his first under his Nappy Boy Entertainment. T-Pain's third studio album, Thr33 Ringz, was released on November 11, 2008. The album sold 168,000 records in its first week, reaching number 4 on the Billboard 200. A mixtape, Thr33 Ringz, was released in early 2008 before the album. The album was preceded by 3 singles. Its lead single, Can't Believe It, featuring Lil Wayne, was released in July 2008. The single reached number 7 on the Hot 100 and number 2 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. The album's second single, Chopped and Screwed, featuring Ludacris, was released in September 2008. The single reached number 27 on the Hot 100 and number 3 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. The third and final single from the album, Freeze, featuring Chris Brown, was released in October 2008 and reached number 38 on the Hot 100 and number 39 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. Guest appearances on Thr33 Ringz included T.I., Lil Wayne, Ludacris, DJ Khaled, Ciara, Chris Brown and Kanye West among others. Thr33 Ringz was the introduction mixtape for the album. In 2008, T-Pain continued to appear on numerous rap singles, such as She Got It by Two Pistols, Go Girl by Ciara, The Boss by Rick Ross, Cash Flow by Ace Hood, Shouty Get Loose by Lil Mama, One More Drink by Ludacris, and Go Hard by DJ Khaled with Kanye West. T-Pain and Ludacris collaborated to perform Chopped and Screwed, and One More Drink on American late-night television programs Jimmy Kimmel Live! On ABC in November 2008 and on NBC Saturday Night Live in the same month. T-Pain appeared again on SNL in February 2009 in the SNL Digital Short. T-Pain also supported the album in 2009 with his Thr33 Ringz tour, which included sold-out shows across North America. T-Pain and rapper Lil Wayne formed the duo T-Wayne in 2008. The duo released a self-titled mixtape in late 2008. It charted on the Billboard 200 in January 2009. Their debut album was going to be released in 2009, but never was. 2009 a Euro 2012, Revolver. In May 2009, T-Pain made an appearance on a live-action episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Forces for Lock, where he made his debut as an actor. He collaborated with country pop singer Taylor Swift for the CMT Music Awards, and performed Thug Story, a parody of Swift's hit single Love Story. In an interview with MTV, T-Pain announced that he would release his fourth studio album in November 2009 and that its title was UBER. He stated that although he originally wanted to release the album in the summer of 2010, his label had pushed the release forward. Regardless of these announcements, the album wasn't released in 2009. An iPhone application called I Am T-Pain features an auto-tuner, allowing fans to record and modify their own voice to accompany an instrumental collection of T-Pain's music. It was released in September 2009. In July 2009, T-Pain endorsed the 2009 T-Pain Killer campaign, a grassroots effort to help him become elected as president of Florida State University. In November 2009, T-Pain released the first single from his fourth studio album, Take Your Shirt Off. The single only managed to reach number 80 on the Hot 100, and was later dubbed a promotional single. Later, in February 2010, he released the official lead single from his fourth studio album, Reverse Cowgirl, featuring Young Jeezy. He later released an updated version of the song excluding Young Jeezy's verse and adding a new bridge. The single reached number 75 on the Hot 100 and number 64 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart, becoming a mild hit. The single has since been dubbed a promotional single. T-Pain was later featured on the We Are the World 25 for Haiti single in February 2010, which reached number 2 on the Hot 100. In the fall of 2009, T-Pain began work with Cartoon Network's Adult Swim to produce and star in a television animated musical special based on Thr33. Thr33, the musical aired on March 7, 2010. In June 2010, T-Pain confirmed that his fourth studio album Revolver has been completed and mastered, but that it will not be released until album sales increase. He elaborated upon this in August 2010, stating that the album probably wouldn't be released until 2011. T-Pain's first feature film, Lottery Ticket, was released on August 20, 2010. In October 2010, T-Pain released his third promotional single, Rap Song. The song charted poorly, peaking at 89 on the Hot 100. T-Pain released a Nappy Boy mixtape called T-Pain Presents, Nappy Boy All-Stars Volume 1, which contained Nappy Boy remixes to Every Girl, All the Way Turned Up, and Forever. Later he announced a mixtape for his album Revolver called PR Revolver. The mixtape released 3 songs, the first being Hoes and Ladies, which featured Lil Wayne and Field Mob's Smoke. The other 2 songs released were contest songs. The contest songs were meant for anyone willing to get on the track, and whoever lays down the best verse will feature on the track and the actual album. The first contest song was called Motivated, which was a rap song, and the second song was an R&B song for the singer, called Merry Christmas. B. Martin of Albany, New York won the competition and will be featured on the mixtape. T-mixes were made, which are T-Pain's remixes to some 2010 hit songs. The released remixes were No Hands, Black and Yellow, Loving You No More, Make It Rain, and Like a G6. 2 out of the 5 T-mixes were made into the official remixes. They were Black and Yellow by Wiz Khalifa and featured him with Snoop Dogg and Juicy J. The other T-mix that was made into an official remix was Loving You No More by Dirty Money, which originally featured Drake, but the remix features T-Pain and rapper Gucci Mane. T-Pain was featured on the hit single All I Do Is Win by DJ Khaled, along with the remix. He featured on Wisin and Yandle's single Imaginate, and Bun B's single Trillionaire. In the last 2 quarters of 2010, he was featured on hit singles like Pitbull's Hey Baby, and Nelly's Move That Body. He was also featured on another single by Wisin and Yandle along with rapper 50 Cent called No Dejemos Que Sea Fagu. The last 2 singles T-Pain were featured on in 2010 were the official remixes to Black and Yellow by rapper Wiz Khalifa and Loving You No More. T-Pain was featured on the first single by DJ Khaled called Welcome to My Hood off his new album We the Best Forever. The song featured him along with Rick Ross, Plies, and Lil Wayne. He is also expected to be featured on albums such as Drake's Take Care, Lil Wayne's The Carter 4, Tekken 9 Knees All Sixes and Sevens, and many more. A new toy called I'm T-Pain microphone will make its way to stores everywhere in 2011, at the price of $39.99. T-Pain is featured on a single called Electroman, which is by house artist Benny Benassi. In January, Randall released a single, Can't Sleep, featuring T-Pain. On March 22, 2011, the next single from Revolver will be released titled Best Love Song, and features American singer Chris Brown. On his Twitter he stated that he would release his PR Revolver mixtape when he gets 500,000 followers and release his album Revolver when he gets 1 million followers. Also in 2011, he gave another cameo to an Adult Swim show. This time, he appeared on the 6th season premiere of Squidbillies, performing a version of the theme song in addition to the original song, I Like, Drivin' in My Truck with unknown Hinson. On October 7, RCA Music Group announced it was disbanding Jive Records along with Arista Records and J Records. With the shutdown, T-Pain will release his future material on the RCA Records brand. The album Revolver was eventually released in December 2011, alongside the transatlantic top 10 single 5 O'Clock, which samples UK songstress Lily Allen and features Wiz Khalifa, 2013 A Euro Present, Stoichville the Phoenix. On April 1, 2013, after the announcement of T-Pain cutting off his signature dreads, he announced the title of his fifth studio album entitled Stoichville, a Phoenix, stating, "To me, a phoenix represents new beginnings. A new era, a new life, I'm rising from the ashes." The first song off of Stoichville, Up Down, produced by DJ Mustard and featuring B.O.B. was officially released on August 13. Other ventures, I Am T-Pain Phone App. On September 24, 2009, T-Pain joined with iPhone app creator, Smule, to create a new app entitled I Am T-Pain to allow people to use his style of auto-tune in karaoke. It was released the following day. Acting career. In late 2009, T-Pain came up with a concept to create an animated television special entitled Freaknik, the musical. After finally creating it, T-Pain submitted it to Cartoon Network's Adult Swim. It was accepted, and it premiered on March 7, 2010. It featured many guest celebrities such as Lil Wayne, Young H, Snoop Dogg, Sophia Fresh, Rick Ross, Andy Samberg and Charlie Murphy. T-Pain made his official acting debut in the comedy film Lottery Ticket as a liquor store clerk. Musical style. He has called his style of music R&B. T-Pain uses auto-tune, a pitch-correcting audio processor, for his vocals. Music critic Andy Kellman compared T-Pain's singing style to that of Cher in her 1998 hit Believe, in which Cher used voice enhancements. In response to Jay-Z's single DOA, T-Pain stated that he would still use the method. T-Pain's use of auto-tune has been cited as an influence on other urban artists' works, including Snoop Dogg's single Sexual Eruption, Lil Wayne's single Lollipop, and Kanye West's album 808s and Heartbreak. In November 2008, T-Pain demanded credit from other artists who used auto-tune. T-Pain also uses GarageBand and Logic Pro to produce his own beats. Personal life. T-Pain has been married to Amber Nams since 2003. They have 3 children, daughter Lyrique and sons Music and Kaydnz Coda. On March 27, 2009, T-Pain was involved in a golf cart accident, the same day he was due for a music video shoot for Lil' Kim's Download song. He suffered cuts, bruises, and 4 missing teeth and had emergency dental work done. He returned to performing 2 days later. On April 1, 2013, T-Pain revealed that he had cut off his iconic dreads, stating, "We must all learn to adjust with our surroundings. Those who get stuck doing the same things for too long are bound to get left behind. The strong who press on and reinvent themselves." Also good news: hair grows back. Legal issues. On April 28, 2007, T-Pain refused to cut his set short at Radio 1's Spring Fest concert in Miami, which caused police presence to escalate backstage. He became agitated after concert officials stopped his performance of Buy You a Drink. Police chased him and his entourage out of the premises and detained them. After a June 2007 concert of T-Pain's, Tallahassee police issued a warrant for his arrest over a suspended driver's license. He subsequently turned himself into the Leon County Jail on November 2, 2007. He was held without bail but was released 3 hours later. Discography. Rappa Ternt Sanga, Epiphany, Thr33 Ringz, Revolver, Stoichville, A Phoenix. Filmography, film, Freaknik, The Musical, Lottery Ticket, Fast and Furious 7, Television, Bet Hip Hop Awards host, MTV Cribs, Saturday Night Live, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, CMT Music Awards, The Cleveland Show, Squidbillies, Behind the Music, The Eric Andre Copyright Show, Celebrities Undercover, Awards and Nominations, American Music Awards, 2007, Favorite Male Artist, nominated. BET Awards, 2009, Best Male R&B Artist, 2009, Best Collaboration with Jamie Foxx, 2009, Viewer's Choice with Lil Wayne, 2008, Best Collaboration with Chris Brown, 2008, Best Collaboration with Flo Rida, 2008, Viewer's Choice with Chris Brown, 2008, Best Collaboration with Kanye West, 2008, Video of the Year with Kanye West. BET Hip Hop Awards 2009. Producer of the Year, 2008, Best Ringtone with Flo Rida, 2008, Best Hip Hop Video with Kanye West, 2008, Best Hip Hop Collabo with Flo Rida, 2008, Best Hip Hop Collabo with Kanye West, 2008, Track of the Year with Kanye West. BMI Urban Awards Songwriter of the Year, Producer of the Year shared with J.R. Rodham and Kanye West. Grammy Awards, 2010, Best Rap Sung Collaboration with The Lonely Island, nominated, 2010, Best R&B Performance by a Duo or a Group with Jamie Foxx, won, 2010, Best R&B Song with Jamie Foxx, nominated, 2010, Best Contemporary Album Thr33 Ringz, nominated, 2009, Best Rap Sung Collaboration with Lil Wayne, 2009, Best Rap Sung Collaboration with Flo Rida, 2009, Best Rap Song with Flo Rida, 2008, Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group with Akon, 2008, Best Rap/Sung Rap Song with Kanye West, 2008, Best Rap Sung Collaboration with Chris Brown, 2008, Best Rap Song with Kanye West. Ozone Music Awards 2008, DJ's Hustler of the Year, 2008, Club Banger of the Year with DJ Khaled, Trick Daddy, Rick Ross, and Plies, 2008, Club Banger of the Year with Flo Rida, 2008, Best Rap R&B Collaboration with Two Pistols and Tay Dizem, 2008, Best R&B Artist, 2008, Best DJ's Tastemaker Award, 2007, Best Male R&B Artist, 2007, Best Rap R&B Collaboration with Plies, 2007, Best Rap R&B Collaboration with Young Jock, 2006, Best Rap R&B Collaboration with Twista, Pimp C, Paul Wall, R. Kelly, MJG, and Too Short. MTV Video Music Award, 2008, Best Hip Hop Video with Flo Rida, 2008, Best Male Video with Flo Rida, 2007, Monster Single of the Year, featuring Young Jock. People's Choice Awards, 2008, Favorite Hip Hop Song, Low with Flo Rida, won, 2008, Favorite Hip Hop Song, Good Life with Kanye West, nominated. Teen Choice Awards, 2008, Choice Hookup, Flo Rida featuring T-Pain, Low, 2008, Choice Music, R&B Artist T-Pain, 2008, Choice Music, Rap Hip Hop Track Lil Mama featuring Chris Brown and T-Pain, Shouty Get Loose. Vibe Awards, 2007, Best R&B Artist, 2007, Best Collaboration with Young Jock, 2007, Song of the Year with Young Jock. References. External links, official website, Nappy Boy Records, Strip Club Etiquette, T-Pain's Guide Hustler Magazine, Faheem Rasheed Najm at the Internet Movie Database.